Hello everybody, Darren Cross here. Welcome to Module 3 of MBA 652, Organizational Behavior. In this module, we're concerned about chapters 5 and 6, and what we're talking about are motivation and applied performance practices, and they're kind of related material, so let's just dig in a little bit. So when we're talking about motivation, it probably is the essence of what organizational behavior is really about. We're concerned about understanding how people behave so that we can do something that hopefully motivates them to behave in a way that we want them to behave. And so the book kind of gives what I believe to be kind of a convoluted definition of what motivation is, with direction and intensity and perseverance and that kind of thing. But what we're really saying is we want to understand what is it that causes a person to make a particular decision, to put forth a certain level of effort, and to do it for an extended period of time. And what you learn is that this book conceptualizes this a little bit differently, but in the world of motivation research, there are two different ways of looking at this. One is process-oriented philosophies or theories of motivation, and the other is content-related theories of motivation. And so when we're talking about content, what we're saying is, what is it that motivates people? So is it money? Is it rewards? Is it, leaving them alone? Is it, giving them recognition or something like that? Or there's the process-oriented, which is what are the ways in which people actually become motivated? So that's what we're talking about, the equity theory or the expectancy theory. So, when we're talking about content, it's about what do I need to give you in order for you to be motivated? And when we're talking about process, we're saying, how do you become motivated? So we look into when a person does this or experiences this, it causes them to do this. So we're focused in on the process. And chapter 5, you'll see, focuses in on some of those theories. They don't really necessarily make the distinction of what is what, but they talk about a bunch of theories. But in general, everyone agrees that theory is based in some way on two concepts. One is the concept of drive. In other words, I'm driven just to operate in a certain way. I'm a motivated person. I'm driven. I need to just push forward with things, versus needs. And it's not necessarily that it's one or the other, but these are just some dimensions really of motivation. The other thing is, so when we're talking about needs, what we're saying is a person's perception of their own needs in some way goes into the calculation of whether or not they're motivated. And really, a person not having a need met is what essentially causes them to want to take a specific action. So, if I'm hungry, depending upon how hungry I am, I might be more or less motivated to go to a particular thing. And so I might say, I'm very hungry. I gotta have Taco Bell. And depending upon how hungry I really am, I may or may not travel to the Taco Bell that's across 4 counties, right? How much are you willing to put up with, and how hard are you willing to work? That's what we're really thinking about here. So when we go into chapter 6, it's really kind of the same thing. It's digging into basically how is it that we get the most out of people. And so we're talking about things like high performance work practices and, reward systems, or how you actually base your rewards. Are your rewards based upon seniority, or do you focus on pay-based rewards, or how is it that you actually reward people? But the idea here is that we hope that motivates. And then the other side is we focus on matching the person and what they're really after to the job that they're actually going to do. And so we look at things like job design and the elements that go into actually creating that job that may or may not lead to a person being motivated. So these chapters do kind of work in conjunction with each other, but I want you to just focus in on those things. I posted some ancillary videos that give some different perspectives about stuff as well, and hopefully that'll help you to dig a little bit deeper into these topics. But if you feel like you need any help with anything, you need some guidance, feel free to reach out to me, and I think that you guys should be good. Good luck, everybody.